Sure.
I want to know if you have anything to plug. I'll put this at the beginning of the episode, by the way. So
we need to plug, the crack comedy on the 28th.
okay,
Madrid stand-up legends on the first Friday of next month.
hell yeah.
And of course, always a sexy comedy and every Sunday and Monday,
Yeah,
man.
baby.
Right.
Sexy time.
That's been doing sexy all the time.
What's your Instagram so people can
Robert with a S.
know? Literally
Robert
that, written
with a
now?
S.
Okay,
Yeah.
Robert with an S.
Not the strongest name, to be fair.
Wait,
Like,
is
you
it
should change
an
that.
S or
Back to the point.
AS?
No,
No.
AS. I wanted to make
AS.
it smaller with
Yeah.
less characters.
Okay.
And you put with the S all
With
spelled out.
AS.
with S.
Robert with a S.
All right, this has been Robert's.
Yeah,
with you.
thanks for
Yeah.
listening.
All right, thank you, boys.
All right.
Thank you, people.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
fans.
There's this.
Yeah, listen to the whole album.
Let's do it. Yo, the microphone you got is not great. Oh no, it's not yours. Which one is this? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, okay, I get it. No, I understand what was going on. It was close to static noise. Wait, where is my voice? Okay, I'm at Victor's. It's fine. Hey everybody, Pato's back.
I'm eating.
He's eating. I'm here at Pato's house, aka Steven's and Charlie's house. People are not gonna know who Steven and Charlie are. They're Pato's roommates. And I realize I don't have the energy to start.
Yeah, I'm eating.
Yeah, Pato's eating. We're having a couple of beers. I'm having some spicy Mexican mini runners, which are little finger food type, like, what do you call them?
Gabriel's just literally looking around his environment and seeing the first thing he sees, and he's like, I'm going to talk about that.
Surprise! I have another microphone.
Oh, shit. No, dude, I'm eating. I can't
Yeah,
do
but
this right now.
but the introduction is that Pato. Oh, this microphone's way better. Holy
Dude, I
moly!
can't even, like, chew into the mic. You know, like, do you get that thing where, or, like, you're, like, chewing of other people annoys you?
Oh,
I forgot the name of it.
yeah. I think that's an excuse of a disease.
No, dude, it's a real fucking
There's
thing.
no way that that's a real disease.
Oh man, I can't.
It's
I
like
forgot
saying-
the names of everything. I can't remember the name of anything important. But it's a real fucking phenomenon, and a lot of people listening to this right now are gonna be like, yeah, I know what he's talking
Pato,
about.
what is the name of this podcast?
It's Victor and Pato and Gabriel. No, why is Victor number one? No, Pato, Gabriel, and Victor have a comedy podcast in Madrid.
That is a wild name. We need a better name. If you
Yeah.
guys can help us with that.
The Pod Boys.
The Pod Boys was an idea, and then Val sent me that reel that it's about like boys podcasts.
I'm sure there's so many podcasts in the world called the Pod
Boys? Yeah, probably. We shouldn't.
No, okay, we call ourselves the Pod Boys, but we actually just review AirPods.
AirPods.
Or anything that has pod in the name.
AirPods.
And so everyone's like, oh, wow, you guys are like a podcast, right? We're like, yeah, but we're a pod reviewing podcast.
You know what's funny? Your plate has a microphone attached to it.
Dude, when I moved that, did that pick it up?
It made so much noise. Can you do that again? Yeah, stop that. Because we have 4 microphones today, because Victor is also a co-host. He's going to be joining us soon enough. And we have a guest today, Roberts.
Roberto.
Not Roberto at all. Literally just Roberts. That's his name.
Oh, you're telling me that his name is Robert, plural? That's fucking stupid and ridiculous. Cut this. Cut this.
You know, it is his actual name.
No, I know.
Okay. Yes, and it is one of his jokes, which I think is hilarious.
Well, yeah, that's how he like opens it. He's like, I'm Robert's.
Plural. It's a great little bit.
I've never heard a plural name in my life.
It is a great
You
little
just
bit.
cut this from the pod.
Yeah.
Cut it.
I did crack the other day.
You cracked.
I
What-
cracked I did like a bigger
You did
set
some
for
crack.
them. Yeah,
How
like
good
a
was it?
12-minute. It was actually
I've been
decent.
wanting to do some crack too.
I realize I'm really good at roasting people. I have this power. I didn't know I had this before.
I don't know.
I have some smart takes about people.
Do you actually?
Yeah,
I'd
there
love
was
to
this guy that
I'd love
looked
to see it. Would you?
a lot. I have a recording actually. A friend of mine recorded it, this guy looked a lot like Jimmy Fallon, but like from Peru or some shit. And I said, you look like Latino Jimmy Fallon. And people around him were like, oh! What?
And they started acting like Jimmy Fallon and
Wow! Over laughing.
Wow, that's a really good joke. Now tell me about your life.
That's not a good Jimmy
That's
Fallon.
my Jimmy Fallon, and it's take it or leave it. All right, if you want me to host as a host on this fucking podcast, you take or leave my Jimmy
what's
Fallon
hilarious?
impression.
You grabbed the mic and you immediately went into podcast mode.
I haven't finished eating, dude.
Finish your plate. We're gonna pause. Pato's gonna finish his food.
Oh, you know, you're really good at like, humoring the crowd. Especially like when you went up to that woman and you're like, "You're a bitch."
Yeah, that wasn't great, but it was funny. I think it's a funny joke. If I stood by what I said, I think people would thought that it was funny. But I said bitch, and I did like this. Oh, I did it. Oh shit! What did I say?
You shivered and you
I
quivered.
shivered by my own comment, and it made the whole situation way worse.
You scared yourself.
I did scare myself a little bit.
Okay, let's stop. I need to finish my food.
Okay, I'm gonna continue talking.
This might
Finish.
not even go into. No, don't continue talking.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We can
pause it.
redo this.
Okay.
No, you've gone corporate. You've gone corporate, and you're ruining the podcast.
Grab a microphone.
You want to clap?
Yeah, clap. 1, 2.
Wait.
You don't need the headphones to clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Do you think we
Fine.
clapped?
But how are you gonna do this? So Pato promised me he's gonna.
I don't want to vent until I have Victor and Roberts by my side.
All right.
I need to speak to my lawyers.
Oh, fuck. Fix it. The camera fell down. So I'm gonna say it.
Dude, did you see the tone that Gabriel just used with me?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Because you're lazy. You're a lazy person.
Dude. our
Everyone knows
listeners-
this. You know this.
Oh my God.
Everyone knows this. You know?
Listeners, Gabriel's gone corporate.
I've
And
gone corporate.
I need my lawyers.
You're not gonna pick up the phone?
Yeah, just 1 second. Not while you were yelling at me.
Dude, Pato promised me he's gonna do the video for this episode.
Gabriel's in manager mode, and we don't need this type of energy for the podcast. If I'm gonna be completely honest,
We need video, dude.
Look at him go.
We're gonna lose
You
the
can't look at
competition.
him
We
because
have
the camera's
competition
down.
now. As you know,
Look.
we have competition.
Oh, it is affecting you.
It is.
It is affecting
I am
you.
going corporate, dude.
Gabriel's gone corporate.
I am a corporate guy. I work for a big corporation. I do great in that setting.
Oh my God.
I think it stopped recording,
Dude,
by the way.
No, I checked. That's why I looked at it. Here's the thing.
This video is gonna suck, dude.
Here's the thing.
It's
This is
look
gonna fall
hilarious.
every fucking.
Can I say
2
something
seconds.
funny? You know that stories that I posted about you and the little kid?
You want to use them as reels.
No.
This is the setup we got going on. It's 2 chairs
It's so sad.
stacked up on each other and a dead plant.
Again, are you positive that we're gonna able to use this as
What?
video? Because you're like, we're talking about this on the audio version, which I'm sure are gonna have it ready by Sunday. So people are gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh, this is a great podcast," hearing wise, right? Audio wise. And then you're not gonna do the video. The video's not gonna be up by Sunday, and people are gonna be like, "What did they mean? The videos looks crazy, and what are they talking about when they talk about look at the
listen
setup?"
to yourself. Listen to yourself.
I'm so frustrated.
You've gone corporate, and
Your microphone is higher than mine. I need to.
As it should be.
Oh, that's a little too much.
Jesus Christ. Do you think because we're outside, microphones are picking up the outside air?
I don't know, but I was practicing my throat singing earlier.
All right. Okay.
Mongolian throat singing.
It's slightly better than I expected.
right. This is all the rapping
I want to stop the pod.
and rhyming.
This is it. That was our intro.
Oh, listen to my album. I released an album. Listen to that album. It's called Garga's World.
It's actually it's a good album.
Thank you, dude. Did you like it? For real?
Yeah, it was entertaining because of the skits.
Yeah, I hate that. That's the feedback that I'm getting the most.
Because it's
It's the best part.
Because it's fun.
It's unique.
It's fun. I mean, it's not unique, but it's fun.
Yeah, it creates like a little narrative.
Yeah,
throughout the-
it makes like people realize like, oh, wow, this is like an artistic effort. Like,
Yeah. I took a long time to do this. And you know, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to just release the songs. And then I had this brilliant idea. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to just release the songs.
And you know what happened after that?
They refused my album. What if people call me on my phone? Is that going to break the recording?
Oh, break? No, probably no. But it might make the phone fall again because of the vibrations.
I hear a phone ringing.
No, it's the squeakiness of the bench. That squeakiness of the bench is going to be in the podcast.
Do you see those Instagram accounts that are people recording like ambient noises? Like they go out in forest and they have this really good microphone and they put it like against a tree and they record the sounds that the vibrations of the tree makes, and then they like do a beat with it. Something is going on, dude.
The phone just fell.
Oh, fuck you, dude. Again. I'm having fun with the volume of my
That was the intro. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Wow.
Conversation, you can just talk over people, but in a pod, just sounds really weird.
Yeah, and it's not like a what do you call it? It's not like a Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People are like you can't really talk over anybody.
Yeah.
When you're on a work call,
It's
everybody
impossible.
just yeah.
Which honestly should be the norm for work calls, because I've been in a lot of Zoom calls when people just start talking over each other and you
Yeah.
can't hear a single fucking thing.
Not at
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
so frustrating.
And the lag.
And
Yeah.
And they're all saying like stupid buzzwords.
Yeah, for sure.
We
You're
gotta hit the
man.
KPIs. Yeah, whatever. Barbara.
We're recording, by the way.
Hey, welcome to the pod, baby.
Pew, pew, pew.
the
Welcome,
pod.
Roberts. Jesus. Okay.
We are
already did
here
it.
with
Well,
Roberto.
Technically, we already did like a little intro where I started getting progressively more mad at Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
It started raining.
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck!
This is
We're
a horrible
outside.
thing to that.
Oh,
Quick,
but Pato's got a roof. Hell yeah!
Some
Broadcast
context.
in the
We're
rain.
outside recording this.
Yeah. And he just put out how'd you call that?
Toldo?
I only know it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Atoldo.
I told a Spanish guy
awning.
once that in Brazil, you know, Spain is famous for toldos, right?
Yeah,
You guys
green
are-
ones.
Yeah, especially. And I told the guy that we don't have them as much in Brazil. And he was like, oh, we should start a Toldo company in Brazil. It's going to be fucking great. I was like, that's not the point that I wanted to make.
That-
you know?
It sounds like he was high on cocaine.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, he was like, "Dude, that's such a good opportunity."
We'll just get a bunch of Spanish flags over there.
fucking
It's gonna be great.
open a Toldo and sangria shop.
Now I'm kind of jealous I don't have a headset. Now I'm kind of feeling it.
Pato's the one left out. Yeah,
how
sorry,
how many
Pato.
jacks are got in there for headsets?
Oh, 4, but I didn't buy one because we never had 4 people on the pod. This is the first time,
Okay.
so
Breaking
we're trying
barriers.
to. Yeah,
Every
you
single
are
time. Good.
breaking our barriers.
You're like
Sounded-
the Martin Luther King of podcasts. in Madrid.
I had a dream that I was gonna be
To
in a
get
podcast.
Pato some headphones.
And everybody would have a fucking headset equally.
To be fair, Victor was the one without the headphones, and you, Pato, gave it to
Very
him.
graciously, I
Yeah.
must say.
Yeah. If anything, I'm Martin Luther King.
You are Martin.
Fuck you, Robert.
It's fighting for the civil rights for the headphones.
So yeah, this is gonna be a little messy episode because we had 3 hosts. Pato's back, Victor's still here.
We
and
didn't
we have
fight.
as a guest Roberts. We already said this before, but Roberts, dude, thank you for being on the episode today. This is awesome.
You can thank me by passing me the lighter, please.
Okay, I wanted to have you on for a while, as you know. We had the idea, I think, to have you very early on, and then we changed our minds.
I don't know. Gabriel changes.
Fuck
My
that
God.
guy.
Gabriel's the lineup man. But no,
I was gonna explain why, but I think it's shitty. We shouldn't say why.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
I
say
don't
why.
even know why.
No, I know
Go-
why,
go
but
for
I'll
it.
tell you after. But no, I don't want to say why. I don't want people to know. But then I invited you, and you said you were gonna go to Barcelona
Right.
for a
Then we had
comedy
that
trip,
conversation for that. Yeah, exactly.
and then you
Yeah.
went out a little bit on a comedy trip with
A
some
little bit of a
friends.
Oh yeah, you did a tour, like
Yeah,
an actually honest to God tour, right?
Just for Barcelona, but before that in Portugal, that was more like a tour.
Nice.
Oh,
How'd
cool.
it go there?
It was amazing, man.
Yeah.
It was a guy called Ron Jossel,
Okay.
a Canadian Filipino guy, and he's been doing comedy for about 30 years.
Shit.
Someone's breathing really loud.
I think it's me. Sorry,
I think
guys.
it's you.
I'm a heavy breather. Yeah, I've been told.
This is gonna be a messy episode.
No, I
guys.
just put my mic down. When I'm not talking.
All right.
It sounds like I was getting really horny about this Canadian Filipino guy. He was like, "There's this Canadian Filipino." I was like, "What? Tell
Also,
me more."
I will avoid playing the sounds because I think it's already too many voices and too much chaos. So just
Oh, dude, I like the fart noises. I
Yeah,
gotta say.
they're fucking great. I had a great time with Mike Damonte with the farts. He wasn't expecting it. It was fun. Anyways, continue your story.
So anyway, before you jack off to this guy, so what the fuck?
We were in Portugal in the
Old Canadian Filipino bar, and somebody got their dick sucked. I'm kidding. So no, the dude has been doing comedy for 30 years. Awesome dude. He's been in so many like really like fucking famous places. He's been to Yuck Yucks like a whole bunch.
Oh, cool.
He's been into
That's Canada, right?
Yeah,
Yuck
in Canada.
Yucks.
Yeah.
It's
Yuck yuck.
It's
Yuck
the,
Yucks.
the club that fucking Norm Macdonald started out,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That's,
the club in Canada,
Okay.
like where a lot of like new talent comes from.
That's
Okay.
like the Hollywood Improv, or you know.
I'm like the eyes of the people on this podcast. I'm like the non-comedian that is like the everyman, you know? That's
Yeah.
like
Fish out of water.
they just put out words like yuck yucks and expect everyone to know what it is, and I'm just,
Yeah.
like, it
And
can,
we're
it can,
sick
it can
of
be
it.
a sex move for all I know. The yuck yuck.
It
like,
does sound like
yeah.
a sex
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
The gluck. You
I
know?
did it. I give it the old yuck yuck on.
Well, we all have to start with a yuck yuck early in our careers. Like
Uh-huh.
that's how you get places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his yuck yuck, the yuck yucks. And this guy
Is he living in Portugal now?
No, he lives in New York and he lives in LA, but he's from Canada. That's his place.
Mhm.
He's been all over, dude. I mean, like the stories that he would tell about, like to all of us, because it wasn't just like it was 3 other comedians. I was hosting half of the shows, and I did maybe about like 3 10-minute sets. But the rest I hosted.
Oh, cool.
And we went to about 7 cities. So it was Lisbon, Portugal, Leiria, Aveiro, Figueira de Foz, and a couple other backwater places.
All those places had comedy clubs?
No, there were pop-up shops.
Wow. Okay,
shops.
yeah. And
Pop-up
people,
shows.
Yeah, how did they go in the smaller cities?
A lot better than I thought.
yeah.
The one where it had the fewest amount of people had about 12
Uh-huh.
on the first city. That was in I think Braga or Coimbra. I forgot.
Okay.
I think it was Braga. But in the rest, it was like 25 plus.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty good. In Oporto, it was 60.
Mm-hmm.
In Lisbon, it was closer to 50.
Oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
dude.
Were
Yeah.
the pop-up shows more popular than the regular like mainstay shows?
Depend. But there were no
Yeah.
comedy places in the smaller
Yeah,
places.
because I
the
would
smaller
assume like
towns.
if you're like you have a place that has no comedy, and then all of a sudden there's like advertisements for like this one show that's coming. I
Right.
would have assumed like a lot of people. Would
Yeah, like a
"No
small
way."
town. Like
Yeah.
something's happening fucking
yeah.
finally.
Right.
Other than a funeral or a
Yeah,
wedding.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's small places, and because he's Filipino,
And Canadian.
and Canadian, but there were more Americans than Canadians. The ones who actually went to go see his
Did
show.
people know him?
I would
I'm curious
assume
about
so.
it.
The Filipino people knew him well.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because he like blew up like about 5 years ago. Like he went super viral. He had like maybe like 14,000 followers,
Okay.
and then he like just from like a couple of videos, he skyrocketed to 180.
Wow.
And
You know
after
what's
that-
funny? I have a friend that's famous in Brazil, Jaime, our friend that lives in Spain, and he lives off
Oh, the
of
personal
Instagram.
trainer guy,
Yeah.
the huge guy.
Yeah. He actually lives off of like Instagram and that stuff. He makes like a good living for himself and his family and stuff. And he said that like in Spain and Europe, if you have like around 20,000 followers, is the equivalent in Brazil as 100 followers money wise. Like you can get as much money from just 20,000 followers in Spain for that, you know.
But why is it? There's so many people.
Because I think it's just the money. I think like
They have more spending power.
yeah, they have more
Yeah.
spending. Like your followers could, waste more money in Europe than they could in Brazil.
From selling, because he's selling like supplements
Literally
and training plans.
Literally
and-
from money. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
talking about money. I'm not talking about like influence. or
Yeah,
anything like
I
that.
forgot the whole third world.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming from Venezuela, that's pretty rich.
I'm trying to forget.
Okay, there's two.
Yeah.
First of all, we never like properly introduced Roberts.
This is podcast is free flow, dude.
No, I know.
We're having beers.
I wanted
You're
to properly,
drinking whiskey, dude.
No, don't make me go corporate. You've gone corporate, okay?
Yeah, let the guy introduce the
Dude.
guest.
Okay,
Wait, yeah,
introduce the
spoilers. Gabriel's gone corporate, by the way.
I haven't.
I'm the only rogue fucking co-host. Victor, because I just met him. He might be on my side, but
guest. You're Joe Rogue.
I am Joe Solo. You know,
Everyday
But-
layman.
dude. I'm Mad Pato. You know, out there in the desert of Australia. Well, he's one of the many hosts of Madrid, but you're a very prominent host in Madrid, I would say.
Yeah, you're doing a bunch of
yeah.
shows. Like,
And
you're doing sexy comedy with the sexy man. You're still doing crack, right?
Yep, still on crack.
Shit,
on
nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on top of being a comedian, obviously. Like,
I wasn't gonna help you out. I was gonna see how well you introduced Roberts, and it was shit. Let me do a proper introduction.
thank you.
real
missing
quick.
one.
Yeah. So Roberts is. I'm gonna fuck it up now. I don't know what. I don't even know.
Go ahead. I'm not gonna help you out. I was helping out Pato because he didn't
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you're
yeah.
on your own, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be emotional. Okay. Roberts
Jesus
is a
Christ.
key guy in the Madrid English scene. If he wasn't around, the initial mics wouldn't be here. And Crack is one of the most professional comedy shows we have in the city. So in English, so it's really fun to do Crack. I
you,
done Crack a few times, and last Sunday. When was it? Saturday. Thursday. Fuck. It was my first official set on Crack. So I was really thankful for you, and for me it was like a little full circle thingy because I started with
And you
the
said you
Snap
wanted to
Crack.
do 10 minutes, and you ended up doing 12.
I did it 12, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
He
I
went
roasted
over the
people.
light. Ah, fuck.
Well,
Well, I gave him the
Yeah.
flex, like, hey, like, you have 10, do 10. If it goes more, you're fine. You still have
Yeah.
that buffer.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
did
you're
12.
never like a stickler for like the light or like times.
No.
I remember one time, one of my first shows, I was still very nervous on stage. They gave me the light, and means I had 1 minute, and I didn't see it because I was so in my head. I did like 2 minutes over, and I got yelled at by the guy.
Really?
He was like, "Yeah, Spanish show," and he was like, "What the fuck? I gave you the light," and it's like, he was like, I gave you an opportunity and you fucked it up. Like, I
Yeah.
honestly felt I was never gonna do comedy again. Like, he was gonna
sake.
call everyone. And
But
it
also-
doesn't matter.
That guy must be ditching so much money and tickets.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Like,
I think it's
Sure.
also you're trying to make a good show. So if the guy's doing well, yeah, give him like a minute or two to finish
Yeah.
because people the idea is to make people laugh, right? Not to
Yeah.
be super on time. I don't think.
also, if you get that kind of reputation, because I have heard about
Yeah.
that. I have heard about of course, I'm not going to mention any names, but from like the Spanish scene, there's a lot of people who they'll go irate.
Yeah.
They won't invite you back. You get blacklisted, and that's weird because then you get that reputation. Other people might not want to work with you.
Yeah.
And but that's just the politics, I suppose.
Yeah, and
the
especially
politics.
if it's a newbie. And I told him, I was like, it's my third time. I'm really nervous. He was like, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And then, just like my dad, he didn't. He just abused me.
Yeah,
But
people who say that a lot.
He was trying to groom you.
After shouting, he was like, shh, but I can help.
You did shit, but next time, if you do well,
You're going to get the gluck gluck.
the yuck yuck.
The yuck yuck.
The clock clock.
you a yuck.
You. But it does, like, whenever a person is like overtly trying to make you comfortable, and I'm like, don't worry, I got you, kid, I'm gonna help you out, don't worry. It's weird a little bit because it's like the best person is usually like treat you as he would anyone else. Yeah, sure, give me tips and things like that, but you don't need to like really like treat me as a
Mentorship should
child.
happen naturally.
Exactly.
Like, it should happen like, hey, I like your stuff, and then you start talking to them. Like,
Yeah, that's
nobody
what I
should
meant.
be like, hey, Pato, if you want to start comedy, I'm your guy. Like, that'd be weird.
Listen to me,
You
Pato.
just looked at me.
Yeah, I looked deep into your eyes.
I'm just kidding. I like to.
But it is fun. And
Yeah, so how did Crack start? I'm actually, because I
gonna
know
say something,
Dan
I
had
don't
a
think I
show,
could.
and
Oh, yeah,
like,
Dan
they
had
could-
one ages
yeah.
ago, yeah. Well,
because
not
like Dan is the co-host for whoever
Yeah.
doesn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Dan Feist, he's been doing comedy here
Forever.
since 2011.
Yeah, 10 years he said when I met him.
Yeah, no longer than that, because he arrived here I think in 2009, 2010. I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
I think I'm the one who knows the most. I don't know.
For sure.
A mysterious guy.
How did you meet Dan?
Just on the open mics.
Cool.
Well, no, at the at Kefra's show.
Kefra, yeah.
Kefra had a show in a place called Dreams. It's
Shout out Kefra, really funny lady.
Shout out Kefra.
Amazing woman.
Also, someone I really want to have on the pod.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. She is fun. She's so funny, and she's very honest.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't really take that.
No.
You know, sometimes they're a little bit like, oh my god, this crazy black lady, always talking about race and shit. But no, she's just hilarious.
Not at all. Yeah, actually, the first time I was hanging around Pesgato after a show, and all the comedians went out to hang out. So Kefra was there. Everyone was there at the time. And I was high, and I sometimes when I get high, I get paranoid, and I think people
sometimes
are judging me.
this
Honestly,
guy.
not every time. And I was like backing away from the conversation, and actually Chavi said like, no, relax, let's hang out and talk. And we started a conversation with Kefra, and the opposite happened. Like she made me feel so welcomed and like warm, and
That's
she
what
was such a nice person, you know.
Yeah, if you're into talking to somebody at a very personal level,
Yeah.
she's gonna do that because
Yeah.
that's exactly what she does. She's
She
not gonna
cuts
hold
through
anything back.
Yeah, the chit chat. She goes right into.
But she's
who are
very
you?
welcoming, which
Yeah.
I think is what, like, first time I met her was at your show in Picnic, and I was doing the snap crack thing you did where you gave 3 minutes to like a new comedian. And she was so welcoming. She was like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" Like, no,
Exactly.
I don't know
She
why
said
I'm
baby?
doing like a caricature of a black lady. Like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" That's not how she talks.
Damn it! It's kind of true.
But no, yeah, she was like, "Hey, how you doing? Are you nervous?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm really nervous. It was my first time doing it in English." And she was like, so she calmed me down. She was like, "Don't worry, it's just 3 minutes. You're gonna get through it."
Yeah.
I bombed, but still, it's like she was very welcoming. She was great.
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
she definitely does that.
So you met Dan at her show, and
Yeah.
how long after that did you guys? Did you join Crack Comedy, or did you start it with Dan?
We started it.
Okay.
Basically, we were just kind of like, I guess, flirting with the idea.
Business flirting, yeah.
Yeah, just like, hey, imagine a show like this where you did improv. We can probably integrate that into a comedy show.
Yeah.
And we can have like a segment about what we do, like the Crack House sessions.
Yeah.
And it's just us talking shit, just riffing off of something, maybe an idea that we had earlier in the week, or maybe we'll just go and just freeball it.
Yeah.
And that's just like the fun thing. But I mainly wanted to do that so I can kind of sharpen that knife.
Of course.
Cause,
The improv?
The improv part, yeah. Because doing sexy comedy and hosting Monday Night Mistakes, when you host, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
you have
That's a
to
big
talk
part
to
of
the
it when you're
audience.
able to like kind of riff. You can improvise during like in the middle of your jokes, and you can add to your material
Yeah.
just by doing that. But then doing the improv part, well, that's a whole other skill level, and
It is.
I'm still pretty shit at it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
like,
hard to get better at it. I think
Mm.
it's also depends on the people and how sharp you are that night.
Mhm.
Sometimes I went to do the improv show with Sherwin, the Comedy versus Humanity, for example,
Oh, that was super fun.
and
Yeah.
it's so fun. But I realize it's a little bit out of my control at how good I don't know why I'm really good some nights and some nights I'm fucking shit. And I haven't really. I think it's about energy as well. Like if I'm a little low energy, it's gonna fucking bomb. You need to be on your toes. You need to be like super quick.
Well,
I
yeah,
think.
there's a lot of fact. Do you know about the show? Do you know what it is?
Midnight Mistakes.
No, the other one, the Comedy Against
Midnight
Humanity.
Improv one.
Mistakes.
What's it called?
Comedy Against Humanity.
Oh right, yeah. Dude, yeah, I just tuned out because I was like, I don't know any of this fucking shit. Dude,
Yeah,
no,
I
I've
can feel
the crack shows. I've only been to Chulo, like the Friday ones. So
Also not crack shows. We're talking about Sherwin's Wednesday shows.
no, I know, but before
Sunday.
that, you were talking about the crack shows.
Yeah.
and I haven't gone to the.
No, the one on Sunday, Comedy Against Humanity, it's that's total improv with some comedy sets in between. But have you seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
No, yeah.
So it's like that.
Haven't you been with that? to
No,
that show
I
with me?
haven't been to the improv shows just because, like, I don't know. For me, I was like, improv is gonna be totally hit or miss, and
It is.
You're right.
Like, to be fair, it is.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
nights rock, some nights suck.
But it's what's it like the Emperor, the like Star Wars Empire.
Yeah,
versus
yeah, it's
that
Empire
one.
against
Like
Republic.
I know about it. I just never gone to one of those shows.
But also he's doing like different versions now, which is fun.
Yeah, he's doing themes. Like
Yeah.
that's Sherwin's big things.
Yeah.
He like themes. He's like every show's gonna have like a very like clear like theme, like through
Exactly.
line, which is good because like we're starting to get more shows now in the English scene. Like I even tried opening up a show, like it backfired spectacularly.
Yeah.
But you need something that like sets you apart. Because like you guys on crack, you guys are doing like really like polished sets. You're giving a newbie 3 minutes. Then the guys at the Comedy Lab, they're just like doing like they're on another level.
But
to
dude,
be fair.
you also
But-
stopped really early, right? You didn't like
because like
stick
we
to
were
it.
getting no one. Did I tell you guys about this time? Like
No.
we got 5 tickets.
Yeah.
Like 5 tickets sold, and I was like, that's just enough to like do a show. So because I canceled last week, so I was like, I'm not gonna cancel again. And then there's 5 people outside the bar, and they're speaking in Spanish. And I go out, and I'm like, hey guys, are you here for the show? And they're like, yeah, yeah. And I go, you guys know it's in English, right? And one guy goes, ha, fucking comedians. Yeah, right. It's in French. And I go, no, it's actually in English. And they go, what?
Why did they think it's...
Yeah, joder, macho.
They
And
thought it was in
no,
Spanish.
Did you drive them away?
Yeah?
Did you drive them
No,
away?
no. I was like, do you guys speak English? And they were like, no, not at all.
They thought it was
didn't
in
read the
Spanish.
description.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't read the description at all. And
But they stayed for the show, though.
no, they didn't. Like
that's
I
what I'm
can't.
saying.
They
Yeah, it is.
actually they wanted like their money back, and I was like, no, that's on you. You didn't read like a 3-line description. That's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
fucking problem.
That's
what
a
kind
good
of
point.
animals do that, man? They're just like, I'm just gonna buy this random ass
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
just-
read about it. I'm not gonna know what it is. I'm
yeah,
just bought
they
a
just
ticket.
go on Eventbrite like, hey, YOLO.
Yeah.
Just go
Also,
fucking randomize button.
But that's the thing. Like to have a show, you have to have so much like consistency with and dealing with so many people. That's one thing I think I'm never gonna do. Like have my own show because I'm not down for that type of. Like I talked to Chavi about this as well. Like I couldn't handle that type of stress that you go as well. Like scheduling with comedians, getting the set list and thinking about how to structure it, and then the tickets. Oh, how are we gonna sell? How is the ticket number? That
It's
seems
tough,
so
man.
much so much stress.
no.
It's fucking hell for me.
How do you guys divide like the work? Does someone do tickets? Someone do like comedians? Like how does it work?
It's like it's gone organic. Like with Dan, like I know that he's good at kind of just like structuring the show.
Yeah.
He's also really good at making flyers, making sure that it's on a good font, that kind of stuff. Where I'm just like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I just,
It's
So
just a
that's
Time
dance.
New Roman,
slap
like
it
black on white,
get some pictures.
like
Comic
comedy.
Sans.
Yeah, like, come English. Bye.
Some Comic Sans on there. That's all you need. It's got comedy in the name. Comedy.
Hey.
Like, exactly, English comedy, like a 5-year-old did it, and that's it. But then like but he doesn't like really like organizing who's gonna show up on what day. So I just do it fucking ad hoc, man. Get an Excel sheet out.
I fucking couldn't never.
We don't fucking have anything, like we don't have like a form where you have to write.
Right.
People ask us, hey, can I show up on this date? I look at the Excel.
Yes.
Sure.
No?
Okay. Go on.
That's
oh,
fine.
Oh, you already performed last month? No. Wait. just be completely honest with people.
Yeah, and the turnout is usually really good, right? You guys usually get people. I mean,
To
come to the show, yeah,
it's
to
good.
watch.
The thing is, it's always an uphill battle, man. Because you always have to kind of change. What are you doing? What are different strategies are you doing? You could always rely on the good old Facebook groups.
Yeah, Facebook, really.
Dude, Facebook is still really big.
Yeah.
Mike Damanti told me about when I was starting my show. I was asking everybody for like advice, and Mike Damanti said the one thing I want to tell you, and he gets like really intense when he's talking to you. It's like you're the only person in the world. He goes Facebook. And I go what? And he's like people say Facebook. And he goes people say they're not on Facebook. They're on fucking Facebook.
So, I think it's expats. I think expats are. It's like
yeah,
there's
like
a lot of expat
Americans.
communities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's so many where it's like the expats groups.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
and especially like for looking for apartments, especially Facebook is one of the best places to
In
go
Madrid,
to.
for real?
For real.
Shit.
If you don't want to pay the fucking agency fees, yeah.
Wow, didn't know that.
The thing is, like it's probably in bad taste if you talk about a comedy show and when like people are looking for flats.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When I was trying to get into
Do you
groups,
post
it was like
in flat-looking groups? Is
Oh,
that what
hell
you're
no.
saying?
You know,
Oh, okay,
like,
no.
no.
no,
Like,
but
I
like
would
most
not
of the
do
groups,
this.
there's like some social groups where, but it's most
Yeah,
like
no.
let's go to the park and do yoga, and then I
Yeah,
go in
yeah,
there
yeah.
like, how about a comedy show? And it's just like a bunch of 50-year-old moms going like, no, thank you.
No, yeah, I wasn't implying that.
Thank you, dear.
Dude, but
No.
actually, some people do that on the flat searching groups.
I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But no, because of this expat community, there's also other groups that I've seen, and they're for sure prominent. Like, yeah.
No, it's good. It's good
Besides
traction.
that,
like-
Facebook is dead.
Yeah,
so I don't-
yeah, but it's for if you're looking for a flat or if you're looking for a reused bike, there's still people using it so much, and good old Facebook as well with like the meta ads and everything. They'll target those people too.
Right on.
So
Yeah.
maybe they'll get they'll get funneled into those right groups.
Of course.
No, they
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
And do you do a lot of Spanish comedy as well, or not really?
I used to do a lot more.
You know what? You're one of those dudes. I don't like. Some people say, "Oh, I'm originally from Venezuela, and then I moved to the U.S." And you can tell, like, oh, they're mostly Venezuelan, and a little bit of the U.S. Like Pato's mostly U.S. compared to Mexico, right? But you are perfectly balanced.
That's such a weird compliment.
It's not a compliment. It's just an observation.
You're not wrong.
Right?
think. Yeah,
I couldn't
because,
read you
like-
like the first time I met you. Like, are you really from Venezuela, or literally was just born and moved out of there as a baby?
Yeah, like pretty much.
Pretty much.
And then I went back.
Ah, that's what.
So then,
That's
so
what
I,
happened.
I was born in Venezuela, but then when I was 5, we emigrated to the U.S.
Yeah.
To South Florida. Was there for 10 years. Then I moved back for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then I've been living here for 10. So
Yeah, that's
it
like a-
evens out.
You
a
moved
lot.
Evened out,
I'm
yeah,
30,
for sure.
so that's like basically a decade in each country.
Yeah, for sure.
Your dad's had an Excel spreadsheet. Your parents were like, okay, we got to time this shit right.
Let's name them Roberts, real American, with the fucking 2 Latino names. Contreras Lopez.
Oh, fuck, that's really Latino. Fuck.
Yeah, I made fun of your name in the pre-intro, and Gabriel got mad at me.
I did.
Yeah.
I actually laughed.
Gabriel's gone against me. You guys,
I'm going
he's gone
corporate. Yeah, I'm going corporate.
You corporate
I swear,
shit.
I swear to you, you guys don't know the hostility that I've been fucking had or
Yeah.
been given.
Dude, but again, gone corporate to who? Who the fuck is buying this?
No.
I just said, because remember, he said he's going to do the videos, right?
Yeah.
Victor, you
Yeah.
remember this?
I remember this.
We were in the
I
meeting.
testify.
You testified. And I was like,
Testify.
can you set up the video? And he was like, oh, jeez. I'm like, dude, you said you're going to do the video.
Whoa, what the fuck? I don't even remember this.
Yeah. Okay.
He's making it up for
uploading
sure.
the videos too.
This is the
What?
first episode. We're going to try to have a video. If we
Okay.
don't, it's
we've
his
tried,
fault.
We've tried before, dude. You see, he's treating me like he's a manager.
I'm putting you on the
He's
spot.
gone manager mode. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, it's his place, dude. Respect
yeah,
him.
Jesus Christ, the door is right there, by the way.
It's not.
No,
That's
it's just a
literally-
50
For you, that's the door.
Pato pointed to the terrace.
A 25-meter drop.
You're trusting that we're gonna have the video. I don't trust. You pointed, and I don't think you're gonna have the video. So, I said that.
Do you guys see the? Do you guys feel the hostility?
No, I mean, this is
Yeah.
slowly turning into couples therapy.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like? Like, we have to be like, yes, you're being heard, and you have to listen.
Thank you.
I'll be the enabler for violence. Who can fly the best, Henry Cavill or Gabriel?
We have to put it to the test.
Again, for the podcast listeners, because this is not a video podcast, Henry Calvo is here. We have a cutout.
A cardboard
It's so
cutout.
fucked up 'cause Gabriel's using like corporate strategies where he like demeans his workers to be like oh, I don't believe in you at all,
Okay,
and
dude.
just so they can be like, oh,
All
I'll
right,
prove
dude.
you wrong.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what?
negging
I read
you.
through the lines and I'm not gonna prove you wrong. How about that? I'm not gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna prove myself right.
He really is Martin Luther King.
Nice.
Okay, you don't do a
Anyway.
lot of Spanish sets then.
No, I mean I did a lot. I was trying to get to as many shows as I can. I did maybe like the most that I was doing was maybe 4 a week.
But you said did in the past, so you're not.
Yeah, let's
doing
get a
it
timeline
anymore.
here. I was actually going to say, like, did you start out in Spain doing stand-up or
Yeah, in Spain.
in Spanish?
No, in English.
In English.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when my first in English was in Golfos.
Okay.
In,
cool.
In, Punch
Silvia
Comedy.
Sparks, right?
Yeah, yeah. I asked Demonte if I could go on that one, and then he was like, "Oh, do you have any videos? Do you have anything? It's your first time?" I'm like, "Yeah." No. Go ask Sylvia. I'm like, "All right."
It's good tip.
and then
yeah.
and then I went to his.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And that
Wait,
was
was it your first
about
time?
3 years ago.
Madrid stand up, then with Mike Damonte.
Yeah,
What?
that was like your first time ever doing.
No, it was in Punch Comedy with Sylvia Sparks.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much time did you do? Out of curiosity.
Dude, that was 8 minutes. My
Oh,
first
wow.
8 minutes your first
My
time?
first time.
How did you do?
Surprisingly good.
Yeah,
But
nice.
I was having a heart attack.
Sure.
I was a pale mess. And you could see it.
Yeah.
It was like I was looking distraught. And well, luckily I was with my ex, and she was super supportive.
Yeah.
She went to the show. She recorded the thing.
Oh, nice.
I sounded like a fucking squirrel on cocaine, bro. It was just like I was running over my words,
Jesus.
but people understood.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was a bunch of Americans, and Sylvia as well. She was like, "Hey, this is his first time."
Yeah. That's always nice.
May God have mercy on his soul, basically.
No, you have
Yeah.
to say that. Like, I've emceed for a bunch of people who were doing it for the first time, and I always have to say it because otherwise people get hostile on them. They're like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah.
But once you say it's the first time, they're like,
People-
they're almost
yeah.
like, "Oh, let's give him a chance." Like it's just like they turn.
You gotta
Yeah,
give
of
them
course.
some context because
Yeah.
what if they they fucking say the N bomb or something?
Yeah. One can only dream.
Yeah.
But I listened to
That was Sherwin's entire first set. He just said the N word one like
People
all
loved
over
it.
again. Yeah.
people
Over
went
in
crazy.
Brooklyn. Everybody loves the N word in Brooklyn. They're just really good neighbors, everybody.
So you did Portugal tour. You did a Portugal tour. When was this?
It was about 4 months ago.
4 months.
Yeah.
And then now Barcelona. You went with
Zahir and Dario.
in Dario.
Yeah.
I don't know Dario, I don't think.
Ali
Yeah,
and
me
Dario.
neither.
No, you've seen him.
Yeah?
Italian guy, big beard.
Oh, the Italian beard guy.
Yeah, it looks like
yeah.
an Italian
Italian beard
Viking
guy.
hybrid.
He's got a beard.
big bushy Italian beard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All he's missing is like the gold necklace. He could
For
be somebody's
sure,
grandfather.
yeah.
Like
Now
it's-
I'm sure I don't know who he is. No.
No, you've definitely seen
No,
him.
he's
you
been
go-
at Sherwin shows a bunch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No.
You guys stayed in the boat, right?
Yeah,
That
man.
fucking was
We
awesome.
still-
That's all he wanted to ask on the tour.
In Barcelona.
In Barcelona, we were at
That's
the
sick.
the Forum Marina. It was also nearby a really dangerous neighborhood, but it was fine. Like, also I'm from the third world. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
like, what was
fucking-
it?
Yeah.
It looked lovely. Like,
Great
it was just-
I
experience.
never trust anyone in Spain when they say dangerous neighborhood.
I felt the same
Exactly.
thing. When I
That's the
arrived
guy
here,
from the
everybody told me
suburbs of
never go to
California,
Usera. Like, never go to Usera. And then like I started, my first job was in Calle Antonio Lopez, I think it's called, like
Yeah.
right south of the river.
Yeah.
And these people who rent houses and shit. And I had to go to one of these people's houses in Usera
Yeah.
to evaluate it, to put a price on it. And I was the one who accepted to go there. And it
Yeah.
was a Spanish girl who was working with me, and she was like, "How the fuck could you? Why did you say yes to that? We're gonna get mugged. There's gonna be
Jesus.
all this shit." I'm just like,
So
yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
Such a
went.
mild-
Nothing happened. There were like literally like kids playing in the park, and
Yeah.
she was just like, like it's
Chinese kids. No.
Chinese and black people. Oh no!
I lived
Like,
in
it's
Oporto
fine.
for like a while. It wasn't the best neighborhood. Oporto close to Usera as well. It wasn't the best, but like I never felt in danger really.
Yeah.
It was like the apartment I was living in used to be a brothel, so people would buzz in asking like where are the chicas?
Oh, like asking for Sara. still
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
Like,
Nelly.
No,
hey.
you should just be like, slide the money through the door, and then we'll open.
Yeah, that would happen every night, and that's why we moved out. It was so annoying. But outside of that, it was okay. Yeah, I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna find a lot more.
I mean, it's not
ele-
great, but it's
yeah.
not
It's not-
dangerous.
I feel
It
like
does-
you
it does
guys
look
have a
dirty.
different like standard for what dangerous is. That's like
Danger
I've been-
is like literally getting hurt, stabbed, fucking robbed.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
the only,
the odds
only
of
way
that.
that's gonna happen is if like you caught
Stupid.
like you were just a straight a guy randomly wrong time wrong place.
Exactly.
It's got to be unlucky, yeah, for sure. Like maybe someone with a mental problem that had too much to drink is going. I don't know. It's something random.
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
I've,
but yeah.
I've never felt.
and uncommon. Like we
Yeah,
don't get like
super
that on the
uncommon.
news.
It's not
or
common.
anything.
Yeah. It's gonna be
The
super
the
random.
only thing that I've heard that was pretty dangerous, and I mean we know what
Yeah, yeah,
dangerous looks like, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
The-
Yeah.
But you're from there, even though
No,
like,
I was very privileged. I always start off these conversations with like, I live in a very privileged way in Brazil.
You lived in a gated community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, not really. But
No?
like I live the
They
South-
had guns, like big guns.
I wish I didn't. But like stuff still did happen. Like I got robbed a bunch of times. People
At gunpoint?
Yeah.
Shit.
People got into my house a bunch of times as well. It was like a common thing.
Oh yeah, you were a target. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I never again it was normal. Like you know what I mean? Like someone invading your house in Brazil is like, oh yeah, again, you know.
Fucking Mondays.
Mondays, yeah.
Like Venezuela, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Either don't have a big house, or if you do, like have protection, like have like military grade protection around your house.
I knew one guy. He got kidnapped 3 times in Caracas.
Oh shit!
3 times, man.
Fuck.
By the
Dude.
3rd time, he was just like, "Oh, here we go again."
Yeah.
He already had his mom's number on a
hands up,
paper. He already had everything prepared. Like he was literally walking around with like, "This is my contingency plan." There you go.
He had like a punch card. He was like,
Pretty
5th one's free, right? Yeah.
This time you won't pistol me with me, right? Like,
Fuck, man. That's actually, there's a comedian here in Madrid. His name is El Gago. He's from Venezuela as well. I don't know if you know him.
yeah, I don't know.
And he's also gotten kidnapped like 2 or 3 times. And he always has this like joke about it on his set. And one time I was doing a show, and this guy in the audience, he goes, I got kidnapped 6 times. And it was like, what a weird flex.
It's
like,
yeah,
that just
like a
means you're
competition
dumb.
to us now.
It
Yeah.
kind of is a flex. To be honest, it's kind of awesome.
Is it though? Like, yeah, he survived. Like,
Imagine
how
the
the
banter.
How the fuck does it happen a 5th time, dude?
Yeah.
Like, aren't you like aware?
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, like I live in Europe now. I'm gonna live here probably forever, and now my mindset is this is temporary. You guys have it good for too long. This is gonna go south eventually. This is honestly what I think. I have no
Yeah,
basis.
you know, that's called trauma. Like, that's just straight up trauma.
like no, it's impossible because I think it's also like a little bit of human nature to like I don't know.
But like, that's
Be
economics.
pessimistic.
Like, if things get bad enough, like economically, and people get poor enough,
Yeah.
sure, people are gonna start robbing and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
gotta steal to eat, gotta eat to live. Tell you when I got the time, Aladdin. you
Yeah.
know?
That's why Venezuela is getting less dangerous because
Is it getting better?
It's getting much better.
Nice.
Like
Thanks to Maduro.
thanks to
Kidding.
the people
I
who
don't know.
started the problem to begin with. Pieces of shit.
Full circle.
How is El
Pretty
Salvador doing? You guys know?
There's a bunch of MS-13 in jail, or the ones that weren't killed by the cops or the paramilitary.
Yeah,
So it's getting better too.
it's getting
But
better
for different reasons.
different reasons.
Like in Venezuela, the main reason it's getting better, my theory,
Yeah.
is that there's just so many Venezuelans who have left who did carry the gun,
Yeah.
and then once they had jobs, once they had the ability to take care of their families and get some some proper honest income,
Yeah.
they left the gun.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
It's
then-
literally all economics. Like as soon as the
Yeah.
economy got a little better,
Wow.
yeah, for sure. I bet. Also, like I don't know. It's
No,
too
but
complex
that's
of a
true. Like,
situation.
like I get what you mean. Like, I get the fear. Like, that never leaves you. And that's the thing. Like, we were talking about it with Leo Di Battista. Like, when you come from a country like that, that never leaves you. Like, you're always
sure,
like,
no.
you cross a street corner and you're like, fuck.
By Henry Calvin.
Oh no!
Henry
you
Calvin
flew
fell
away.
down to the floor.
Yeah, he was like, you guys are talking about crime too much. I'm gonna just hide.
Henry's never heard crime in his life.
Yeah.
He stops crime, actually.
Yeah, we just lost our protection, actually. Yeah. But no,
But-
yeah, that,
but yeah,
that never
yeah,
leaves.
yeah.
Why
No,
did
it
we get
never
on this
leaves.
subject? I forgot.
I don't know, man.
No, yeah, we were talking about your career. So, like, you started. Actually, like, you're the
yeah,
guest.
we're talking about
Yeah.
So when
You leave the gun, Robbins.
Your career's in danger, bro.
I have a feeling people are not gonna hang around for this episode.
I'm
Not because of robbers, because it's a mess, guys.
I was
we need
actually
to get our
thinking-
shit together.
Fine.
Victor,
Victor's our savior,
fine,
man.
Victor?
He's our Spanish savior, like
Yeah.
we've done in the past, man. No, I was actually thinking that I'm glad that we have like a Spanish guy on the podcast now, because I'm prone to talking shit about Spain, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Go
right.
ahead.
Yeah, you
would
are.
you say so?
yeah, you hate Spain, dude.
No, I don't. But that's the thing. I don't hate Spain.
But
Okay.
also, you
Hey.
came back. I didn't think. Honest to God, I'm surprised you're back. from the United States.
Gabriel has such a weird mindset. It's like I tell Gabriel like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the States for a month and I'm gonna come back, and he's like, you're not coming back.
Again, trauma.
Dude.
Fucking, I'm saying this.
Fucking separation of the time. You're not coming back.
I know you're not coming back.
He's like a golden retriever. The dog. Like, so you're going forever? Okay. Who's gonna feed me? Who's gonna pick up my shit?
Who's gonna make the videos?
Yo,
Still not Pato, by the way. He's back and he's still not gonna do it.
Yeah, he is.
But you had a lot of issues here, no? And
I have a lot of issues. I've had a lot of issues.
Like,
Hey, man.
like the legal stuff, your
Yeah,
knee
man.
and all. And
I'm legal
yeah.
now. Picking up my knee next week.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
Congrats, man. Yeah.
Spain makes it difficult, dude.
It's way
Like-
too
Yeah, if you're not from Europe.
It's fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah, like for
ridiculous.
me to get my citizenship, they asked my mom to exhume my grandfather's body
What?
and do a DNA test
No.
on my mom, bro.
Dude,
Oh, because you were doing through like bloodline, like your grandparents
because
Spanish.
my grandfather was from Canarias.
Shit,
He's
okay.
from he's from Tenerife, like just north of El Teide. And he went to Venezuela. He had my mom. He had uncle and aunt. And the thing is, I mean, they did have a good enough. Well, it's never a good enough reason to ask that.
Yeah.
If you have the documentation, but basically, what my grandfather did was he omitted the last name of my grandmother, my mom's mom.
Okay.
I don't know how you were able to do that, because
Yeah.
that
Well-
basically says you don't have a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's
how
weird.
and like they would always ask like her her nanny, not her nanny, but anyway, I'm just gonna call her nanny. And like I've never seen a man who can give birth, because like how is it? There's no se omite el nombre de la madre.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he did that. He didn't give the last name to my other uncle and aunt. She was the one who got it. And then, of course, when you try to get the papers, because there's also here a thing called like el libro de familia.
Yeah.
Family tree, essentially,
Exactly. So if you're not on there and things don't check out, then they're gonna ask a lot of questions.
Oh shit.
And so it was like the secretary of the head council guy there in Caracas. And she was just being a fucking cunt, basically.
Yeah.
She was being horrible. She was like, mira, she was basically looking at her like, mira, panchita. Like,
Oh, shit,
like,
yeah.
because like that's unfortunately
feels, yeah.
how it feels. Now it's not. Now they're like, oh, more Venezuelans come, the merrier, because you guys can
Fuck it.
vote.
Yeah.
And now
And they
Spanish
vote
people try to
right-wing.
suck our dick.
Yeah. And
Right
they
now?
vote Vox,
Ooh.
which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, there's a
once
lot
they,
of
once they
Venezuelans
get
for
here,
Vox.
like they're so traumatized by socialism.
Yeah.
Now that we have a socialist like prime minister, they're like never again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it's
I can
like
understand.
it's like the Cubans in the States.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Once they get there, they just turn into a republic. It's like straight away.
Yeah, dude.
It's a weird paradox,
yeah.
kind of.
Well, I mean, I can understand. Like, I don't think socialism in Europe works like it worked in the Americas. A lot, in my opinion, a lot of it due to American interventionism.
I'm not gonna help
But-
you out here.
No, don't
I'm just
worry.
kidding.
I'm gonna get out of this on my own.
Does this guy have a history major? Wait, what is it?
No, I'm just like into politics. Like, for
Really?
real. Yeah, like I used to talk a lot about politics with my parents,
Oh.
which was weird to me when I realized a lot of people don't. Because
Can
like, they're
I
afraid.
ask you?
Yeah.
You can say nothing, but is your dad into Franco a little bit? Like
No,
mildly?
No, because they lived through him.
I know,
No,
exactly.
but
My
no.
my granddad, like we had a military dictatorship in Brazil.
Yeah.
My granddad was like, yeah, fuck yeah, that was awesome.
Some people are like no, honestly,
Best time of my life.
There's this weird thing. Like, so Franco did a coup d'état, started the civil war.
Yeah.
Then he won the civil war.
Yeah.
And after the destruction of the civil war, he gave a lot of people houses. So a lot of people, their memory is like, okay, so he ended the civil war and then he gave me a house.
Yeah, he's
this
a
guy
fucking man.
rocks, right? Like
Yeah.
there is that.
Dude, my
like,
friend Joaquin, he has like he showed me this bottle of like of the Franco family of wine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Of like that his father has saved for years.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
The Franco family or something. It was related to Franco. This bottle of wine,
It's-
and like their family secretly kind of likes Franco. I'm
It's
like,
mild support because like it's such a big part of their history as well
yeah,
here,
and
you know.
Also, my friend did Air Force training, so he's a pilot in Spain,
Yeah.
and he said that in the Air Force facilities, there's pictures of Franco everywhere, and they
Is there?
Yeah,
I guess-
in the Air Force. I don't know why.
I guess
That's illegal,
because
actually.
it's legal.
You can have like
Oh.
you can like there's this ley de memoria histórica where it's like you can like speak about the Franco regime, but you can't like have statues or anything. Like we actually changed the street names. Like Gran Via, it used to be called the Avenida de Generalísimo, which was basically Franco's street. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. No, that's been a big issue because like
For
the thing
sure.
is he built a lot of towns after the Civil War because it was all like.
But that's just
rubble.
my point.
After
Sometimes like
destroying all of them.
It's the perspective, I guess, where it comes from.
yeah.
What family you're from and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like
So-
I imagined your grandfather was fleeing the Civil War or
Yeah.
fleeing the posguerra, like after
Well,
the Civil War.
You know what? I don't know, but like I've only recently got reconnected with that part of the family.
Oh, you have family here still from that.
Yeah, they're,
course,
they're
it
like
makes sense,
like I don't know how would you call her. She's my great aunt, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't know we existed because my grandfather was a piece of shit. Like he
He just left.
He
didn't
just
say
left. He
anything?
just left. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he had his first family. Then was like, nah, I'll do it over again. And then he had two sons.
Like a bad
Fuck
batch of
off.
cookies.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not defending your grandfather or great grandfather.
Great way
but
to start.
Yeah, but imagine moving to a different continent, no phone, no WhatsApp. Your wife is an ocean away.
Bro,
you look
no-
at the
did
sexy
you say no
lady.
WhatsApp?
Yeah, you
Oh,
look at the
fuck.
sexy lady across the street. You're like, who's gonna find out? You know?
Yeah.
Years later, your great grandson is talking shit about you on your podcast, and people are gonna find out. So.
Dude,
that fucker, man. Like I have such a. I've never met him, of course. But what a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
I feel
for sure.
because one, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Right, horrible thing to do. Very normal back then, so I really can't hold too much judgment.
of course,
But without him, I wouldn't be here.
exactly.
So
Like,
I would have had
alive?
to. I would have had to fucking exhume this body and do
But
a
then you
DNA
could sit
test.
on his body. That would
That,
be cool.
that would be the saving
Yeah.
fucking
So,
grace right there.
how
that
long
would be the
has he
silver
been
lining.
dead?
Since 1994.
What DNA is still around them? Like, I don't know anything about
His
DNA.
body. You can
Like, can
exhume
you
his
just like
yeah.
poke a body? Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's been dead for 30 years.
Oh, man.
Sure. Yeah.
There's some
Have you seen
DNA
those
there.
CSI tapes? You know, the CSI series?
Cold
Like,
case, bro.
There's probably cum inside the coffin.
Oh shit.
Well,
That's
like I
funny.
got around.
They're like, there's so much DNA. What the fuck? There's like 50 people here.
Did this guy just explode in the coffin? Like,
Yo, these sperms are still swimming. You could have a brother-in-law if you want. How did your great aunt react when a bunch of Venezuelans rolled up to her doorstep and were like,
she-
"We're family, and we swear."
she flipped the fuck out. Man.
Really?
Because she was like, because there were rumors circulating that we existed.
Rumors.
Yeah, because like
That's wild.
it's I forgot exactly how it happened, but there was one point where my half uncle, you know, the two kids he had after, his wife reached out to my mom on Facebook.
Facebook again.
Yeah, dude.
Still very alive.
Man, Facebook connects families,
Yeah.
man. It connects people. It
He
does
used
it does
the-
God's work, man.
Doesn't sell tickets, but
No, he used the comedy group to find out a comedy group from Facebook to find out family if you have family. Yeah.
so they connect on Facebook.
Yeah, they just she reached out, was like, "Hey, I'm married to your brother. I know it's really fucked up, but I you know, we want to see you. I want to be able to connect you with my husband."
Shit.
And my mom was like, "Fuck you." She was very hesitant, but then she turned around and was like, well, "Why not? You know."
Your mom, born and raised in Caracas, and
Yeah.
then moved to Miami for a while, but then came back to Caracas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
set the
Caracas.
scene.
Dude, you know what upsets me for some reason? I don't know if you do this. Some Latin Americans do this, and when they're speaking English, and then they say like, "Yeah, I'm from Mexico," and like, you know, they do the
Yeah,
Spanish
they Latin
accent.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know why that annoys me so much, but it's like I say,
Imagine if I say, and then we moved back to Caracas.
You see it a lot in like soccer commentary and football commentary.
Oh yeah.
When it's in U.S. commentary.
Stepping up to bat, Ramiro Orlando. Yeah. Actually, what's this guy on
What the fuck?
SNL?
That's baseball.
Actually, that's a
He's
bit
so
from a
Spanish,
guy.
bro.
The Cuban guy on SNL. He has a bit about that. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah,
his
really?
name.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kid, yeah.
He's good. So then you show up at the door with like all these Venezuelan people.
No, I mean it wasn't like that. Like so, she was very skeptical,
Okay.
and then I just so my mom called her once after she reconnected with her brother, and he was like, "Hey, you have an aunt over there. Reach out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell her that you're around," but she was still skeptical. She
Yeah.
didn't believe it. So my mom called her and she was like, "Hey, we're family," and she tried to convince her, and she just hung up the phone.
Oh, fuck.
Because she was just not having it. It's like, no way, Eladio was my grandfather, grandfather. Eladio tenía otra familia, another family. No way, don't believe it.
This is
No,
soap
no,
opera
no,
now.
no, no. Yeah, it got weird. So then,
So I was
when
hearing wrong. His grandfather is directly your mom's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like someone. Okay,
No. It was that's her dad.
that's crazy. Okay.
That piece of shit. And so I give her a call, and then I'm like, you've gotten a call from my mom. I know that it's weird. I know that it's crazy, but I'm sure if you meet me, you're gonna be like, yep,
Yeah.
that's family.
Yeah.
That's family. That's
Cool.
And then I went out there. Went to Tenerife. I was gonna go anyway because I was gonna go for just a holiday.
Yeah.
And so I take a guagua, the
Yeah,
buses,
bus.
all the way over there. I stay a couple of nights in this banana hotel, like literally a museum about bananas.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's the most
That's
Canarias
fucking
thing ever.
so
What the
funny.
fuck?
You can go in there and go in the field with
Hell
little
yeah.
bananas.
Pato just said, "Hell yeah."
Well, I'm from Orange County. Yeah.
Do you have an orange museum?
Well, but I wish we did.
It's like wine, right? Like little vineyards of oranges.
Yeah.
Canada
Well, yeah,
is
yeah.
fucking great, dude. I
It
would
was
move
awesome,
there
man. Oh,
tomorrow.
It's great. It's like a tropical island with an European economy.
Yeah.
Like, it's-
yeah,
Yeah, it's perfect.
right next
Spot
to
on.
Africa. You know, it's such a fucking great. I want to go back, but I want to go back for like a 2-week vacation.
Do comedy there. No, just kidding.
Well, there is a Spanish comedy scene.
Yeah,
in,
I'm sure. Yeah, of course.
There must be an English comedy scene because
No.
they get so
No.
many tourists. No?
Oh, business opportunity.
There we go.
Pew, pew, pew.
We should start a comedy club in Tenerife.
Honestly, hell yeah, man. There should be more. Of
Not a
that.
bad idea,
Not
right?
a bad idea.
Go there in the summer, spend a week there, find a bar that allows us to do stand up there.
Fuck yeah.
The Giddies are gonna fucking love it.
I mean, and,
Dude, this is a great
during
idea.
Summer,
Yeah, I
during
just love how
summer when
Victor
everything's
motorboated
dead.
the mic. I still have that visual.
Okay,
You motorboated him.
he did.
I did.
Oh, you
Blah,
did.
blah, blah, yeah. It's just a
Lean
fun
forward,
thing to
you
do.
like,
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's phallic.
Actually, I don't think we've gone one podcast without talking about how phallic the mics are.
Yeah.
Why does everyone need to talk about how phallic the mics are?
Because it is like a not super heavy, but it's the exact same weight of a dick.
Dude, your dick is this heavy?
Yeah, dude.
You have a heavy dick. Like, this is heavy.
Yeah,
I may be
yeah.
white, but I'm Brazilian.
I'm still Brazilian, dude.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah.
I'll make another
Go for it. But I think it's.
Did you end up reconnecting, or just to like tie up the
No,
story?
yeah, well, yeah. We reconnected. I spoke with. As soon as thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
I'm holding the
Prime production value.
Because this video's not going out, Gabriel's holding the mic as a servant of
Because
Robert.
Robert's rolling a cigarette.
it. I appreciate it a lot. I'll do the same for you.
Yeah,
I want to see how heavy that mic is.
I'd appreciate if you could roll one for me because I'm not good at
no
rolling.
worries. Well, you're gonna have to hold that more.
All right, I'm fine. I'm used to holding
So
heavy
it just-
microphones.
Man, your arm is fully outstretched, so this is gonna be difficult in a couple of moments.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah, get closer there.
Get closer.
Get closer there.
Do we think the recording is still ongoing?
No, I don't. Think so.
I don't think so
You
as
know
well.
Because it's not going out. So
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
No,
You're
so
going
wait,
corporate now.
Pato's going corporate,
I'm
dude.
not going corporate.
Yo, while Roberts rolls his thingy,
Yeah.
let's talk between the co-hosts, guys.
for sure.
how are we
Roberts is
feeling?
done
Are you
rolling
guys
his thing, by the way.
enjoying?
Roberts-
Yeah, you were quick, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
roll it really quick. Oh, I always forgot that.
Yeah, he's gonna roll another one.
Yeah.
Are you guys enjoying?
Well, to
double
be honest, I
teaming?
can't stand him.
It is
I'll tell
funny.
you after the matter, but like now that we're talking about it, I might as well bring it up. No, I can. The next podcast, he's out. I think.
Yeah. I could tell. The vibe was off immediately.
Going corporate. It was funny because the meeting that I had. So we had a little podcast.
This is
meeting.
Gabriel's going corporate. We
Yeah.
had a fucking meeting for that podcast. Like what the hell?
It was
Well, I
necessary.
mean, I had a mojito. It wasn't that corporate.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was
Look.
two beers in already.
Look, what do Wall Street people do in meetings?
Actually, yeah.
They got
That's a good point.
They
That's
have
true.
martinis and shit.
But my
We were
point
mad
was,
menning that shit.
I had this whole speech prepared for you too, like this locker room speech. I was gonna
Yeah.
be like,
That's so
I was
good.
gonna be like, guys, this is gonna be a great podcast. We're gonna make a lot of money out of this. Let's go for it. And I was so tired when I got there. I was like, fucking, I don't know what to say anymore. And I
You were
didn't do
going on the money angle?
Yeah.
he's talking about
Really?
money.
What? Yeah, he has gone corporate,
Corporate,
for sure.
If he starts
Yeah.
buying
No.
pizzas,
Like, actually,
it's
this
over.
might have meant.
if he starts a pizza party, done.
What's that?
I'll pay you
A
guys
little
in
pizza
pizza.
party at the
You know what?
Office party?
You haven't worked in an office
Yeah.
for so long,
I know,
Pato.
dude.
You don't even know about the pizza thing.
Is it a thing? They just always order pizzas for pizza
When they
for
don't
office
pay-
parties.
Yeah.
If they don't pay enough for like your overtime, if imagine I'm your boss and I say, hey, you have to stay overtime, and then you ask, are you gonna pay my overtime? I'm like, no, but we bought pizza.
You're kidding me.
No,
This is a common thing in Spain.
It's a
Oh,
very
yeah.
no
Everywhere.
worldwide
Yeah.
pizza
Dude, all
parties.
of my
Except-
American friends get paid for overtime.
Yeah, not us.
What?
I've done so much overtime. I'm upset now.
yeah.
I don't want to talk about my job. I'm gonna get depressed.
No, but like I've actually had this thing where like I counted how many hours I did, like how much that was worth, and I got so pissed. It was like in the thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I was working at a place for a year and a half, and you did over a consulting thing, which
Yeah,
is like
yeah, yeah,
famously like very, and I've been there for like a year and a half, and like we had this timesheet thing at the end of the week. You had to put in your hours, and you couldn't go over 40. Like 40 hours a week. So like if you did 45, the app was like, nah, you didn't. The fuck you talking about?
That's fucking great. You
Yeah.
know what's funny? What
That's hilarious. I've done 60-hour weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Many
Dude,
many times.
one of my friends, because he's American, he works for an American company in Madrid. He knew about like Americans pay for overtime, like American companies, and because he was in Madrid working at an American company, he left the office at 6:00 exactly,
Oh,
and all of his coworkers hated him for it. But he knew the drill. He's like,
Yeah.
once he found out that they're not paying him for overtime, he's like, all right.
but that's
Yeah.
what should happen.
Yeah.
Like everybody should be like, fuck this shit, hire more people.
Yeah.
But then there's
Yeah.
this asshole who's like, no, we have a responsibility.
I
to
was
get
that
the
asshole.
word
Are you
out.
not part of the family?
Honestly, I was that asshole for 3 years, and then it hit me like nothing's happening. You know,
Yeah.
they're not paying me more. Nothing's gonna come out of this, so I stopped. But
Yeah.
I was this asshole for 3 years, and I was the opposite. I was like, "Why aren't you guys working more? This is our company." It's like we
You
were
fucking
like,
lackey. He is going corporate.
Yeah, he had it in his veins. You were yucking the
Dude,
company.
I knew they'd have my back. I knew they'd have my back. dude.
Because my
I was
first
getting
job-
so frustrated.
You guys need to understand. I'm gonna sound way horrible, way worse now. My first job ever was at my dad's company. I didn't even get paid. So
Oh, you were
it was my
privileged.
company.
Fuck,
kinda.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to inherit this. Fucking pick it up.
was my
I want to buy a Lambo. What the
Privileged ass
fuck?
Brazilian, bro. It was my company. Literally. He's like 12 years old.
With like a big suit, like huge.
Fucking smart baby.
Boss baby, bro.
Boss baby, boss baby.
Yeah.
Damn. So you you were cracking the whip.
Yeah, not really. No, I was an intern. So I was in the dungeons programming.
okay. But
Yeah.
like even the jobs here. like,
Honestly, it was a
for 3
great
years.
experience. Here, I was what?
For like no, when you were doing it here for 3 years and you were
No. Here for
okay,
3 years
that's
is
okay.
No, in Brazil. When I was living in Brazil, I was like 17, 18. I was working with my dad.
Okay.
But was your dad one of those old school types? So he's like, you got to earn it. Like,
For
you're
sure.
not gonna- yeah.
I started as an intern. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like literally not kidding. We were at the server room, which was so warm and hot in there. We were sweating. a bunch of nerds programming. That's where I found the love for like reading books, because the other programmer guy brought a bunch of books to the room, and he was like, "Oh, you can grab whatever book. Let's start like a book club between us."
A book club?
Yeah.
Was she a 60-year-old woman?
No, he was a 40-year-old.
I didn't even get the reference.
No, like book clubs for me are just a thing old women
Oh,
do.
no, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I was thinking of it a different way. Never mind. Continue your story.
Programmers are very nerdy as well. I don't know if you know this.
Yes, I've noticed.
You know if you know, yeah. But it was fun. It was fun for me. Let's not talk about my privileged upbringing.
We can talk about my privileged upbringing.
Tell us a bit about yourself. I actually don't know anything about you.
Oh yeah, that's true. And I know very little about you. So yeah, I'm Madrid born and raised. I went to a private school against
Which
my
one?
will. Montessori.
No, that's a type of school.
Montessori Aravaca, yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't really have a name. It's like
okay.
the English Montessori school of Aravaca.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why
Is
my
that your
English
English is so
too.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I was wondering specific because I was doing these camps for English speaking company that
Oh.
only works with private schools. And there was one from Madawaca actually, and they were the most posh kids that I've ever met in my fucking life.
Oh, dude,
But they
for
also
sure.
spoke the best English. Dude, there was like American sounding kids in there. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. No, like I went to school with like the kids of like diplomats of like I
Crazy.
thought I was poor. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
Like I went to a private school, but everybody around me was so stupid rich.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they had private drivers.
Oh,
and
shit.
I went in on a bike and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh fuck, it's hard being working class." But like it wasn't like, and my dad, like the thing is I wasn't as rich as most of the kids there because my dad like really made an effort to like I actually have a bit about this where like I thought I was going to get this like huge inheritance because I thought I was rich, and my dad said your education was your inheritance. And I was like, "Dad, you fucked up." Like I should have had
comedian,
money.
Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, for sure, like I remember having that upbringing, and then like only when I got to public university realizing how like my bubble burst when I was 18. Because like I actually spoke to a kid who was actual working class, and I was like, "It's hard being like us."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, if you touch me again, I'm gonna rob you. I'm gonna fucking rob you."
Yeah, that doesn't happen in Brazil. You're pretty aware that you're privileged from the get-go.
Because
you
the
know?
difference, right?
Yeah,
Being
and
a
also
the ghetto.
like I'm sounding like I'm actually super rich in Brazil. I'm not. This is just middle class. In Brazil, there's a huge middle class that looks rich, but in comparison to the usual poverty of most people,
Yeah.
which is so poor, it's actually so dramatically poor.
I remember when the Olympics, like they want to cover up the favelas. No, in the World Cup, the soccer World Cup.
Yeah.
They wanted to put like literally a cement wall between the favelas and the rest of the of
So the
town.
riffraff doesn't go in. Yeah.
No.
Do
you go?
Riffraff.
The riffraff, the rapper.
The rapper?
You go back to Caracas a lot.
No, I have not been back
No?
since I left.
So did you connect to their family here? Do you go often to visit them and shit
I
like that?
only went once. Now, about the end of this month, my mom's gonna go for the first time. She's gonna see all of
So this
all of the
is-
family, the extended family.
Still a
I'm gonna
work in
miss it.
progress.
Yeah, and also my brother's gonna go too. There's also a great uncle as well, so it's bound to be emotional.
Wow.
No.
You know, they're gonna whip out all the photo albums and all of that. They're gonna
Aw,
talk
shit.
shit about my grandpa.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna miss it, man. I'm not gonna go. I'm actually distraught about it because I have to babysit the dog.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Just
Why
take the
don't
dog
you
with
take
you.
the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said. Was just like, oh, it's because she's quite old now. So
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
we brought her from.
Oh, let's put her down and then go.
How dare you?
Wait, so you've only met the great aunt, not the extended family?
Oh yeah, I did too. But they were doing their own thing. Like I showed up like just randomly. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm in the island. Let's meet. You know.
And you haven't met her since, like,
Hmm?
and you haven't seen her
No,
since?
no. I mean, I call her like once a month. And,
Oh, that's a
yeah.
very constant contact. Like,
yeah, just like always
Once a month,
just
man.
to catch up with her.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, just to keep that. I mean, she's 96, man. She's,
oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Is she all there, or when you talk to her? Is she all there when you talk to her?
Yeah, she's all there.
Really?
She's
Fuck.
all there.
That's
She
wild.
is.
Does she
spry.
I was thinking
No.
the same thing. I
Oh,
was like,
fuck.
does she do drugs and
Yeah.
smoke and stuff? Like,
No.
Is she a
man.
cool ground?
Yeah.
She has a farm at the house.
Oh,
So
is she
she'll-
working the farm in
Yeah.
'96?
Oh yeah.
What the
She'll be there with the chickens. Like she'll tend to the hens.
And even the chickens are like, "Lady, you're too old." Like,
I'll do it. I'll do this myself.
yeah, I'll pick up the corn. Don't worry about it.
but it's crazy. Like they have like the farm without the video. Well, there's this like here's a farm, and then like it's like on a hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Oh yeah, that's very typical in
Yeah.
the Canary Islands.
So
yeah.
it's like there's a slope, and this lady's angles are just like they're shingling, you know, and she does it, and
That's fun.
That's probably why she, you know, her body hasn't degraded.
Yeah, the
Because
work.
she keeps busy.
She's
Yeah.
active. Yeah. She's fucking fit.
She's fit.
She's
man.
probably hot.
Yeah,
She's
fucking
fucking
hot. She's probably
What's her number, bro?
Okay, would you guys do it?
Are you hearing me out?
What are you talking about? Do what?
A 90-year-old?
No. I was joking. It was a joke.
He's gone too corporate. Fuck.
He's corporate.
This is corporate?
I don't know. It seems like something a
Put
depraved
up a
like
poll on
CEO would do.
Instagram.
Yeah, either a 90 or a 9-year-old. Like no in between.
Yeah.
Honestly, I went out to dinner because last weekend was Barbara's birthday, my fiance, and we went out to dinner with this really nice restaurant. So expensive, like it wasn't as good as it was expensive. And there was this big table of executives having dinner there, and I was looking at them, like they were all like super like yeah, business, yeah, bonds, yeah. And Barbara's calling. Fuck.
It's 9:37.
Yeah, and I look at that and I realize I don't want that. Like looks like if that's the top of corporate world, I don't want that. Like
I had that exactly. I was in the metro. It was my first job ever. Like in one of the big buildings in Castellana. And I was like, dude, I made it. Like, I'm here. And the 10 line, it's only like 8 a.m. It's only people who are going to work.
They got the best trains, by the way, the 10 line.
Yeah.
Best trains.
And there's this guy. He had his like briefcase and his like coat, and he's like sitting like this, like hunched over. And then we get to his stop, and he like gets up very slowly. He waits in front of the door, puts on his coat, picks up his suitcase. Door opens, and he just goes,
Oh my god!
and just like walks out, and I'm like, dude, that guy is 5 days away from killing
No,
himself.
he might as well have had like a revolver, like
Exactly.
playing Russian roulette. Like, okay,
He's gonna dirty the
And they're
fucking
like,
trains. He's gonna ruin the trains.
Dude, I used to work there as well, like around like Nuevos Ministerios.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I used to work in a building like at the top of the building, and a guy actually killed himself on the office next door. So he jumped out of the terrace and he killed himself.
Shit.
And that was it should have been a wake up call for me. It was like, dude, this is so depressing. Like, imagine working a corporate job and killing yourself in Nuevos Ministerios at your office. It's such like a depressing.
Yeah, and the only reaction is like have someone clean him up.
Yeah.
Like nobody in that office is gonna
Get
miss
him
you.
out.
Yeah.
No, for sure, no.
Kira's
Yeah.
like another one bit the dust.
He couldn't cut it.
Fuck, he wasn't strong enough.
No, for sure, but that's the mentality. Like my girlfriend right now, she's doing like one of those gigs, and
Oh,
I'm not
shit.
gonna say the company, I shouldn't, but like it's like a grindhouse.
Yeah.
It's for sure a grindhouse. Like they're like,
Deloitte.
can you take it?
Is it Deloitte?
Don't say the company.
I heard Deloitte was fucking bad, but yeah,
Deloitte
it's
is
similar.
bad.
Hey, it's similar. It's like a
Yeah,
similar.
I had a
it's-
friend that burned out in Deloitte,
Yeah.
and he was so upset about it. Like he sent to me the conversation he used to have with his boss. Those are fucking crazy conversations, dude. She was literally like, he was like, dude, I cannot deliver this between today and tomorrow. It's impossible. And she was like, what are you doing during the night? Sleeping? You should.
Yeah.
That's literally the conversation they would have.
Yeah.
The
It's peak
Japanese?
season.
The Japanese? No, she was Portuguese actually.
Japanese.
Oh, the salaryman stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's
they have a
so-
word for dying from overwork.
Yeah.
There's an actual word when you die from working too much. I
Well,
can't remember. It's
horrible.
like shini goat or something like that.
Losers.
like-
Bro,
Sigma mode.
fucking
you know?
nerd. Shark mentality.
Being a fucking Sigma male.
Alpha.
Bro, what is this salary man? I've heard this like term come from Japan. What is salary man? Like, I am a salary man. What is that guy?
Somebody who is working fucking like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it's expected of them to never leave before the boss leaves. If you do that, then you're basically disgracing the company, you're disgracing yourself.
That's
Yeah.
just Spain,
That's the
though.
mentality. So
Imagine
that's
moving
the-
to Spain and doing that. That was what I was doing. Like I moved to Spain, and that was my mentality. Like I'm gonna work so much and make a bunch of money. Like
Dude,
I got a
that's
job
so
here. It was
stupid.
like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Like
The
we're
economy
famous
here.
for our quality of life and our work-life
Exactly.
balance, and then you're here just like in the office
Dude,
alone.
for real. For the first 3 years that I lived here, I didn't even travel. I didn't go to parties. Like people were like, "Oh, you live in Madrid? Must be partying." I'm like, "No, I'm being in the office for like 12 hours per day."
Oh shit!
I'm a celery man.
I'm not celery. I love celery.
I love
The vegetable.
Yeah,
with peanut butter.
super healthy.
Yeah.
A lot of South Americans have that kind of thing though.
Yeah.
They have that mentality when they move overseas.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
the
trauma.
grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when they go to the Venezuelans that I've met in the States, well, not only Venezuelans, but Colombians, Chileans, Brazilians, everybody, they'll have 4 jobs. 4 jobs. They'll make a bunch of money. They'll send it over to their family, and then they get into this cycle.
Yeah.
Like that's where you keep doing it or you break. That's
Yeah.
where you keep doing it. You keep overworking yourself, and also to kind of match the lifestyle, because like once you're there after a year, especially if you get your citizenship,
Yeah.
it's like America #1, baby.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck that shit. I'm not Venezuelan, I'm not Colombian anymore. I'm American.
American.
And they get into this like
And I have
mindset.
diabetes now.
Yeah.
Like a real patriot.
Yeah. Dude, they'll work 4 hours, but they'll enjoy it because they're making money.
Yeah, if you're making
yeah.
money, it's fine. But I wasn't. Like I was working extra hours.
Well,
Again,
if you're making money, it's still not fine. Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah,
burnout
sure.
is around the corner.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even if you're a millionaire, what the fuck is that worth if you're like miserable all the time? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I broke. You know when I realized that I couldn't do it anymore. It's a weird story. I don't know how that was the thing. I was watching that Netflix show, The Midnight Gospel.
Oh, so good.
Right?
I cried so much with the last episode.
Exactly.
The mother episode.
Fuck.
It's ridiculous.
It wrecked me.
That broke me. Like I watched that episode where the mom dies, and I was in COVID, right, lockdown.
Yeah.
And I was working so much during COVID because I was working actually for Castilla-La Mancha State to report the deaths of COVID. We were doing like a data
Fuck.
project for the comunidad.
Yeah.
And I was working so much, and I watched that episode and was like, dude, what am I? I'm gonna die eventually. That was when it hit me, like, oh, I'm gonna die, and this is what I'm fucking doing.
I think it's one of the best things that I've ever like seen. That
Have you seen
Probably.
it, bro?
Yeah.
No,
You should.
I'm getting the context. Yeah.
But
It's,
it's not even a spoiler that the mom dies because the mom's already dead.
Yeah.
This guy has a podcast. His name is Duncan Trussell, and on one of his episodes, he has, and the whole series is
Wait,
his
so
podcast.
it's the main character is Duncan Trussell.
Yeah, he's the host of the podcast, but then he
But like
animates.
the comedian.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
comedian.
So
for
he
sure.
animates his podcast and makes it a whole series, but the animation is fucking amazing, and it's like the episodes kind of have a plot to them, but a visual plot. But his mom's
it's
episode,
trippy, like very psychedelic.
his mom's episode, it's an episode that he had with his mom on the podcast, and so he made that into like one of the episodes on the Midnight Gospel.
A big
Wow.
point
And
is that
it's-
he's interviewing her when she's having cancer in the hospital, so they're having a conversation.
She does know that she's gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
heavy.
they are aware that,
But
that she's
the
gonna die.
visuals on the episode are fucking
And
amazing.
it's beautiful. Like there's this line
Yeah.
that wrecked me. He's like, I'm so sad. What am I gonna do? And she goes, you just cry.
Oh,
And I remember when she said that, I started bawling in my. I was
Dude.
also in lockdown. I was
cry.
drunk.
Everyone
of,
was in lockdown, dude.
drunk,
Yeah.
dude. No, I was drunk of 3 beers, and I came out of my room crying my eyes out. And my dad was like, "What? What's up? Are you fine?" And I'm like, "I think." Like I don't know. Like if it was this profound.
It was
like,
so
I've had
good.
an
Dude,
experience.
he ages throughout the episode too. Then he like rebirths himself. And I was like,
yeah, it's crazy.
it's so good.
The animators from the Adventure Time is the guy that made the animations of Adventure Time.
Okay.
So it's those
But he goes
visuals.
full
Explains the
psychedelic
stuff.
Full psychedelic.
Yeah.
Dude, I recommend it. It's like smoke a joint and watch that show, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, everybody w's listening is like, stop listening to this and
And
go
go
watch
watch Midnight
that.
Gospel.
It's so good.
So I need to leave. Otherwise I'm gonna miss my ride.
Where are you going?
home. I live.
Nice, good question. Good follow up.
It's
That's what I
either-
said when he told me. He's like, I'm gonna have to leave at 9:30.
Yeah.
I was like, why? He's like, because I'm gonna miss my ride. I was like, you've gone corporate.
Also, to be honest, the long ass episodes, we need to cut them short. We need to do them. It's already been like an hour and 20 minutes. So
Look at him.
Yeah, that's
Now
good.
he's like me when I always started the podcast.
All right, relax, Pato. Dude, Roberts, thank you for doing this. You're gonna be on later as well, eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to know if you have anything to plug. I'll put this at the beginning of the episode, by the way. So
We need to plug, well, the crack comedy on the 28th.
okay,
Madrid Stand-Up Legends on the first Friday of next month.
hell yeah.
And of course, always a sexy comedy on every Sunday and Monday,
Yeah,
man.
baby.
All
Sexy
right.
time.
That's been doing sexy all the time.
What's your Instagram so people can
Robert with a S.
know?
At
Literally
Robert
That- written
with a
now?
S.
Okay,
Yeah.
Robert with an S.
Not the strongest name, to be fair.
Wait,
Like,
is
you
it
should change
an
that.
S or
Back to the point.
AS?
No,
No.
AS. I wanted to make
AS.
it smaller with
Yeah.
less characters.
Okay.
And you put with the S all
With
spelled out.
AS.
With S.
Robert with a S.
All right, this has been Roberts.
Yeah,
with
thanks for
Yes.
listening.
All right, thank you, boys.
All right.
Thank you, people.
Goodbye, fans.
Sherwin.
All right. Yo, this is fun as hell.
Yeah.
Cool as fuck, man.
I needed to end it. Sorry, guys.
Do you need any help?
I'm gonna do the intro.